too long. No wonder the lights are all long gone. My vision blurs, I cannot see. It's like I'm losing myself in infinity. Been chasing your shadows for too long. No wonder the lights are all long gone. Your spirit scarred me in your spell. Never ask you to show me every corner of hell. I can't keep avoiding this battle. Just let go and watch it unravel. The touch of your skin, your embrace, and the innocent look on your face. The beat of your heart, I still chase. The feeling of you as it hits me in waves. You're the touch that I hate, and then it slowly spreads until there's nothing left. Want you out of my head, 'cause if I let you break me apart and leave me for dead. My vision blurs, I cannot see. It's like I'm losing myself in infinity. Been chasing your shadows for too long. No wonder the lights are all long gone. Your spirit scarred me in your spell. Never ask you to show me every corner of hell. I can't keep avoiding this battle. Just let go and watch it unravel. I'm left waiting for you to break me. And the bittersweet moment your eyes are connected to mine. Can always save me. My heart is failing. My heart is failing. I've been making love to angels on a bed of rusted nails, swimming in the lake of fire and waiting to inhale. So I'll play cards with the devil and I'll pray to God I'll win. But I don't think he'll help a man who don't believe in him. You can't save my soul. 'Cause I'm southbound on this train, and I know just where I'll go. I'm going down. Living life like a pariah, waging war with my messiah. I've been tied up to the stake, and now I'm waiting for the fire. So I went down to the crossroads to try and sell my soul, but he just gave it back 'cause it ain't worth the trouble. You can't save my soul. 'Cause I'm southbound on this train, and I know just where I'll go. I'm going down.
How we doing, folks? See who's in chat. Of course, Unk. Just for him, welcome back. What we're doing today is we're just going to do a little information catch up today on the videos that came out this morning today about the PTS, people who've got the playtest server. That's what PTS stands for. People on PC are actually playing parts of the new season that are getting ready to come out. We're going to watch a little bit of that. We're going to watch a little bit of Rogue Gold, some Kamikaze Van Doom videos, some things that are going to talk about different things. Maybe show us a little bit of what's coming, so we can get a little bit more better idea of what's going to happen. Okay. So what we have today is on the screen. Obviously, you can see that we have my X account up. Guys, if you have not followed me on X, please do so. I like to constantly give out information throughout the day. So if you want to stay up to date with what's happening, whether it's from other content creators, information that I can get, or from the devs themselves that I can, get information from, I'll post it on X. I'll also post it on our Discord server. If you guys have Discord, please, man, please, why don't you just follow us on Discord? All you need to do is reach out to me. I'll give you that Discord link. And where's my Discord? Is not up. There you go. So there's our Discord there. Like I said, if you need that link, all you got to do is let me know. Like you can see, we constantly post things here all the time. Different links, information, chats about what's going on today, what's been going on. We have all kinds of funny things on here, guys. So, yeah, if you want to join us, see, I posted my live that I'm doing right now on there. If you want to join us, just let me know, and we can get you the information you need to join the Discord. For now, though, let's put that over here. Actually, let's get rid of this and that for now. And this is the actual feed that we're going to be using today. This feed right here to your right where it says chat, that's going to be the chat that's located in Twitch. If in YouTube, if you make a comment, that's how I'll know and try to respond to you as quick as I can. I will be muting my mic. Hi. You want to watch something else? Here, look. Use these arrows. Up, down, and hit the OK button. Do what you want to watch. That's my daughter, man. She's awesome. She's 4 years old, man. Surprises me every day. Anyways, so let's get started on some of the videos I want to watch. Get you guys caught up on and see what's going on. All credit goes to the guys that we're watching today. For example, let's see. Yeah, check this out. Like a G. There's all kinds of stuff that I have on my X feed. It's not just Division news, you know what I mean? You'll find all kinds of different things there. So yeah, check them out. Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and run a 3-minute commercial so that while we're watching these, it doesn't interfere with our stream, all right? Here we go. Let's go find something. Come on. Let's go find something. Come on. Every time I try to do something, man, that's when kids wanna. That's when kids want your help. You know what I mean? Is when you're trying to do something. It's the only time that people wanna. All right. So where were we? All right, we're gonna watch some videos. Let's start with Kamikaze's video here.
Oh.
Let me size that down because, of course, it's not going to be the right format that I need for everything. Shit. Always something, you know what I mean? Here's our YouTube channel. We'll go to Kamikaze. Mom, I'm live. Bye.
I need to go to the hospital.
You need to go to the hospital. Show me where. Let me see it. Let me see it. Oh my goodness.
I need to go to the doctor.
You need to go to the doctor, don't you?
I need to go to the hospital.
Oh my goodness. Come here, let me give you hugs. How about that?
I want the hospital.
It's only when I try to do something that everybody wants me. Only then. It's if it's anything else.
The CVS Epic Beauty Sale is on. Earn over $100 in extra bucks rewards through March 28th.
The Space Jam Triple Treat Box starting at $21.99. That's 2 medium pizzas starring our new hand-tossed crust.
20% rate of fire and 50%.
Let's try this again.
Are you sure your tax expert is right for you? Switch to TurboTax Full Service. You'll be matched with a TurboTax expert and get real-time updates on their progress. And you get your best outcome guaranteed. Switch to TurboTax Full Service. Are you sure your tax expert is right for you? Switch to TurboTax Full Service. You'll be matched with a TurboTax expert and get real-time updates on their progress.
All right. Welcome to the PTS. This is the Year 8 Season 1 PTS for Rise Up. This is the latest season that will be introduced to the Division 2 the first week of April. I believe it's April the 3rd, if I'm not mistaken. But this is going to be your introduction into everything new to the game. This is going to be all of the permanent changes to the game. I'm not going to talk about the modifiers in this video because there are so many things that we have to talk about, test out, look at, and everything in between before we even talk about the modifiers. So this is just going to be strictly everything new coming to the game that is permanent. Remember that those modifiers will change every single season, so we can talk about those and get ready for those in a bit. But let's talk about the new leveling system. We're going to talk about the new prototype gear, how you're going to get prototype gear, what it looks like. We're going to look at the different augments because I believe there's 10 or 12 different augments that I already have. I'm going to show you how to get all of this gear day one. And so much more. So I hope you're ready. It's going to be a long one. Here we go. What's going on, YouTube? Kamikaze Von Doom here with another Division 2 PTS video. So sit back, relax, grab that popcorn. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And finally, shout out where you're from. It's cool to see where everyone is from. Speaking of which, let me see here. The three most recent. Shout out to South Africa. Yo, that's pretty legit. Shout out South Africa. I can get a Delta while I'm doing this. It's all good. Shout out South Africa. Next one up is shout out Portugal. Very cool. Shout out to Portugal.
When I'm offline.
And finally, let's see here. Shout out to Glasgow. Glasgow.
Let's continue.
Right? Glasgow, Scotland. All right. Shout out to Scotland. Sorry that I butchered it at first. I do apologize. Hey, that was a perfect time for me to get deltaed while I shout out where people are from. So then we can go ahead and get the deltas out of the way. Now, what is the PTS, you might be asking? The PTS is the Public Test Server. We are testing everything new coming to the game. Now, the only way to get your hands on these things is to have a PC account. You have to own the game on PC. That's the only way of getting your hands on the PTS. Now, if you don't have a fully maxed out character and all of that, it's fine because they give you a maxed out character. And I'll show you that in just a second, all right? So we went ahead and shouted out where we're from. We're going to talk about the new PTS and everything. So we're going to start with how do you get everything right away? How do you get a maxed out character in the PTS? So if you're new or returning to the game, this is what you do, all right? So you're going to go to the character screen and you're going to make a new character. This is their trick of giving you everything new for free, okay? So I'm going to show you here live. You're just going to transfer over to a new character. You're going to go to Battle for Brooklyn. And then it's not going to take you to Brooklyn. It's actually just going to take you to the base of ops and give you everything in the game. So check this out. And this is for everyone. This is how it works every single PTS, because then you can put all of these things into the stash, and then you can use them on your main character.
Cleaners in Brooklyn. We need reinforcements.
But here is your new PTS character. Everybody in the game gets this character. All right, no matter what. Yeah. I get it, Manny. I get it. Come on. All right. Cool. So what happens is when you get this new character, it has everything that you need already equipped. So you get all of the exotics maxed out. You get all of the new things maxed out. You get the new sets, you get the new named items, you get the other exotics and brand set, gear set items. You get everything right away. So if you are new or returning to the game, this is how you get everything right away to test it. And then what you can do is you can then put it in your stash and then bring it to your main character.
You would think they would want to.
Now, other things to note during this PTS. If you go to the vendor, you need to purchase all of these things. You get all of the skill variants, you get the new blueprints, you get all of the materials you need, and you get all of the gear you need. So check this out. If you just buy all of it, right? Just buy all of it. And then when you open it up, just tab over. That way you don't have to wait the entire time. And then just tab over and tab right back. And then tab over and tab right back. Now, all of a sudden, look, now I have everything else, including prototype gear. It's going to give you prototype gear, and it's going to be random every time, and it's going to give you everything you need. And that's from the vendor at the base of ops. So the base of ops vendor is going to be your best friend right now for the PTS, because the base of ops vendor will give you literally everything you need to test the game. Okay? So that's going to be for all of you new and returning people. All right, so you make a new character, you do all of that, you put it in your stash, and then you go back to your main character. Okay? And then if you want, you could also come over here, do the shared, and then go back to your main. Now we're going to break down everything new happening. So if you're new or returning and you have the PTS, now you know how to get everything. Okay? So now that we already have everything, let me show you what's new. And if you haven't hit that thumbs up yet, what are you waiting on? Come on, hit that like, support the channel. You know the whole spiel. But here we go, main character. And we have a lot to talk about here.
Safe area entered.
All right. So, the new retaliation, yeah, but the elite retaliation and all that is only for this season. So, that's another thing we're going to have to talk about. All right. So, new to the game. PTS Public Test Server Year 8 Season 1. We're going to start with the Tinkering Station. So, you can see in the Tinkering Station, we now have Proto Lab. And it will only pop up things that are eligible to be upgraded. And we'll talk about that at the end. We're going to leave all of the prototype stuff at the end. That way you get all the goodies at the end. But at first, I just want to show you everything else that's new. So at the expertise table, there's two weapons that the devs did not talk about. If you go under the assault rifle category, we have a hidden assault rifle that's brand new right here called the First Bloom. The First Bloom looks like a named PDR coming to the game. And you can expertise upgrade it right here. So it's probably coming to the game in a new upcoming maybe holiday event. So we have the First Bloom. And then the other one was an LMG that I found. So the LMG, let me see here. It was called, where's it at? There it is. The Headline Grabber. Very provocative. The Headline Grabber. Okay. Looks to be a named M60, I believe. But again, this is another named weapon that the devs have not talked about at all. So maybe this is going to be a new holiday event item coming up soon. Remember that every season we get, 1 or 2 holiday events. So we might get a holiday event for the First Bloom and then get a holiday event for the Headline Grabber. But either way, both of those new named items are here in the expertise table. Other things to note, it's going to go from 459 to 471 for the fully proficient. So we're going to get another 12 items to fully proficient and add to that expertise table. Remember that the max expertise level is 30, and that's not going to change. So 30 is still going to be max. As far as, let's see, so that's going to be it for the expertise table. We don't want to talk about the modifiers this time around. So let's start talking about the new.
Keep in mind, whatever he skips over, we're going to go to Rogue Gold next, and he's going to go over some things that that Kamikaze hasn't. So that's the benefit of us kind of reviewing these videos together and talking about them and seeing, what kind of information that we got today. We'll try to go to a live on Twitch and see if anybody's doing the PTS, and we'll watch that as well and get some information from that. This shouldn't be a very long stream today, though, so appreciate y'all being here.
New weapons, exotics, gear, and everything coming to the game. So we'll talk about the prototype stuff last, all right? So we're going to go ahead and go down to these 2 builds that I have already equipped. Now this first one is going to be all about the new brand set, the new named items, the new exotic weapons, and so let's go ahead and start with the new exotic AR. So the
That thing's kind of weird looking, ain't it? Almost like a Destiny type of weapon. Strange, futuristic looking type of thing. Assault rifle damage, health damage, damage target out of cover. 112 damage, 850 RPM, and 66 mag. Look at that headshot damage, 105%. Huh. Interesting. Real interesting. Okay. Let's keep going. I'm going to try not to stop so much. I do want to comment on some of this things, so I'm just not playing their videos and trying to make, you know what I mean? All right.
Agitator. The Agitator is the new exotic AR with the talent Perturb. While this weapon is holstered, it will generate 50% less threat when shooting this weapon holstered, and it will then prime it. Now, when the weapon is primed, swapping to the weapon is going to give you rate of fire and weapon damage. However, it will also generate 100% more threat while shooting. This weapon looks really cool, though, by the way. You see this? I'm digging it. Very Halo. It almost looks like a needle gun from Halo, just without the needles on top. You know what I mean? It looks pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. It looks really cool. The new named weapons. So we'll start with the Interchange. So the Interchange is the named AUG SMG, and this is going to come with the new Perfect Talent, Perfect Back and Forth. So perfect back and forth. Swapping to this weapon will give you rate of fire and weapon damage for 10 seconds, but swapping... Oh, well, that's swapping to this weapon. Swapping from this weapon will give you rate of fire and weapon damage. Now, it is significantly less, and you can see that this is the perfect variant, where you get 13% rate of fire and 12% weapon damage just swapping to the weapon, which is pretty cool. But then swapping away, it only gives you 5% and 4.5%. That's very low. Very low. Okay. Next, we have the new brand set. So the new brand set is called Royal Works. The Royal Works brand set has 3 bonuses. The first one, weapon handling of 5%. The next one, magazine size of 32. And then finally, 15% crit hit damage. Now, that's not a big buff. Remember that crit hit damage from like a 1 or 2 piece is typically 13%. So you're only getting a 2% increase from this one, which is okay. I mean, I guess it's better than nothing. As far as the Royal Works named items, we have a named chest piece and backpack. The named chest piece is called Robin, and Robin comes with Perfect Gunslinger. Perfect Gunslinger weapon swapping will increase your total weapon damage by 28% for 5 seconds. But this buff is lost for 5 seconds if you weapon swap away from it.
Seems like a lot of this stuff kind of goes together, right? They're bringing in brand sets and they're bringing in different things that kind of mesh together, right? They seem to work together like, what's the word? Damn it. Can't think of the word. I'm in a retard moment here. Synergize. There you go. They seem to like synergize a little bit, right? Interesting.
To the backpack is called the Bulldog, and the Bulldog comes with Perfect Composure. Perfect Composure is while you're in cover, it will increase your total weapon damage by 20%. Not bad. You could put that with the Soyas and then do like some sort of like a prototype Strikers, Sawyer's Composure with like the Pestilence or something crazy. I mean, you could make some wicked combinations. Anywho, that is the Bulldog new named Royal Works backpack. Now, going to the new gear set, this one is quite interesting. Well, we'll talk about this in a second. Let's finish up with the weapons. So I did leave out 2 other weapons, so let's talk about them. The first one is called the Trader. This is the named rifle, the ACR, and this one's going to be with also perfect back and forth. Swapping to the weapon, 13 rate of fire, 12 weapon damage, but swapping away from this weapon, 5 rate of fire and 4.5 weapon damage. And the exotic pistol is going to be the Whiplash. So the Whiplash, new exotic pistol with the talent faster than reloading. While having this weapon holstered for 5 seconds, it will prime it. When it primes your weapon, swapping to it will reload all your other weapons and give you rate of fire and weapon damage until the magazine is emptied, meaning you have to use the weapon. Now, after you empty that magazine and swap back, let's see. Reloading or swapping from this weapon before its magazine is emptied will remove all of its stat bonuses. So you shoot it completely empty and then swap back to your other weapons to try to get that 20% rate of fire and 50% weapon damage. But it's typically just to give you more weapon damage for your pistol. So putting this with like the Dodge City holster is going to be really cool. Really cool. Because that's going to give you damage as well. So you get damage from the holster, then you would get damage from that prime talent. I mean, that could be...
It's cool he said that because that's exactly what I was sitting here thinking as he said it. That Dodge City holster. Well, there's so many combos that I'm starting to think of while he's talking about this. But, yeah, that's pretty cool.
pretty deadly for a new pistol build. That's for sure. We'll test that out this PTS. And for the new named gear set, this one is interesting. Let me start with the backpack, because the backpack through the patch notes, everyone was confused because all it said is this talent doesn't have a change to anything. Well, now we know why. Because this is going to be the first ever gear set backpack to give you all 3 core attributes. So instead of giving you a talent that makes anything better, instead of doing anything at all and giving you even attributes to have, it's just going to give you all 3 core attributes and then that 1 gear mod slot. Okay. That's very interesting. Brand new. We've never had that before, so that is pretty cool. Going to the actual gear set, though, let's go to the chest piece, because the chest piece does increase the other cores bonus from 40 to 60%. All right. So here's your new gear set. The new gear set is called Core Strength. The 2-piece bonus will give you weapon handling. The A 3-piece bonus will give you weapon damage, total armor, and skill efficiency. And then that 4-piece bonus will give you the talent Core Exercise. So for each core on your gear, you receive 60% of the other 2 cores. So for example, if I have all red and blues on here, I will get a whole bunch of yellow bonuses and whatever the opposite is. So I have 3 red and 3 blue, so I'm going to get 3 red, 3 blue, and then 6 yellow bonuses. Okay? Now, how that works is it says that for each core that you are not using, it will increase the bonuses of the other 2 cores by 60%. Skill tiers will count as 15% skill efficiency. So even though we're not using any skill tiers, we would get all of that skill efficiency because we're not using any skill tiers. Pretty crazy. So then what that would end up doing is making our skills ridiculously strong. I mean, even right here, my burn sticky's at a 2 million damage, and I'm not even spec'd into skills right here at all. I mean, that's really crazy. But that's because of this new gear set. It's going to be really fun to put stuff together. It's going to make more hybrid builds and, more build diversity. I know a lot of people are already asking for inventory and stash increases.
That's the thing that I like about Kamikaze. Like, he seems to think about the things that I seem to think about as I'm watching the video. So that the combinations is going to be great. The combinations of different things, of different builds that we can put together, and then you add to that the storage space issue, because I'm not sure about you guys, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm always like 20 to 30 spaces available because I have so much stuff inside my my bags inside storage. So there is some type of need to fix that somehow, because we're all wanting to hold on to everything that we say is a good roll, god roll, whatever, something that's not easy to get. You know what I mean? If there was a way that they could maybe make it to where once you unlock this thing, you've unlocked it and you can go and pick it up at any time, that would be great. That would be really good. So the problem is they don't do that yet. So what do? You know what I mean? Like, you have to hold on to everything, which causes your inventory bags to stack up and stack up and stack up. All right, let's get back to it.
Just remember, they will bring those eventually. They typically lock those behind DLCs or expansions, and we are getting another DLC coming with year 8, so whenever that does happen, I would probably expect another stash increase. But all right, so let's see. We talked about the new items. We talked about the new gear set items, the new exotics. All right, let's talk about escalations and prototype, right? Let's go ahead.
And when
Okay. And then we can start doing some builds, and I can start doing some show and tell. Other things, yes, they did change the retaliation. I can go ahead and show you. So if you toggle over to your retaliation, this is your new menu, and it does include the Black Tusk. Remember, when you do other retaliations with other factions, it will also build up the Black Tusk. You can also do Black Tusk activities or invaded missions and strongholds to get Black Tusk retaliations. However, the new blueprints that you get are only going to be for that one season. I guess I could go ahead and show you the new blueprints. Hold on, let me show you that. All right, because it should be, what, it was 57 before. Yeah, look at that. Now it's 75. All right, let's look at these new blueprints real quick, and then we'll start talking about the prototype stuff. So we are getting a capacitor blueprint. It says it's going to be locked behind the Black Tusk kill squads. Okay. We are getting a Eagle Bearer blueprint. This one is for successfully completing the Black Tusk retaliation. So there it is, confirmed Eagle Bearer blueprint. We are getting a Bighorn blueprint. That's huge. This one also by completing Black Tusk retaliations. Let's see, anything new here? Anything new here? All of those look to be the same. Ouroboros, there it is. The Ouroboros blueprint is a thing that is confirmed. And that will also be from defeating Black Tusk retaliation.
So that's the thing that everybody's, not everybody, but a good portion of the people who have been playing this game a while are kind of complaining about, saying that, you know, what the hell are freaking raids for anymore? They have a point. Obviously, we've discussed that they do have a point, but I don't think they realize that the devs are going to rework that and start putting in newer things. So they're getting out with the old, I should say, and in with the new. You know what I mean? So I'm perfectly fine with it. I'm perfectly fine with them doing that for now, as long as they do follow on their promise to add new rewards for these raids. So we'll continue on.
Let's see here. The Sheriff blueprint has been added. This one to the kill squads of Black Tusk. Let's see here. We have the Diamondback exotic added to successfully completing the Black Tusk. The Ravenous. Oh, man. Dude. The Ravenous has been added. And this is now confirmed. You just have to complete the Black Tusk retaliations and the Vindicator from Black Tusk kill squads. So no more Descent exclusive. Now you can get it from retaliations. Pretty crazy. The Tempest. So no Regulus, but we do have the Tempest. The Tempest will be added to the kill squads in the Black Tusk. Now, as far as new gear items, let's see here. The Tinkerer has been added, the exotic mask. This one is, what, the Tinkerer? That one was behind the Manager, right? The Manager climax mission. So this one is locked behind the kill squads during the Black Tusk. The Birdie's Quick Fix, also kill squads, Black Tusk. The Harrier Pride's been added to Outcasts. Let's see here. The Beacon has been added to Riker's kill squads. The Provocateur has been added to kill squads Black Tusk. Let's see here. I think all of those are still the same. Nimble Holster, defeating Outcasts. I believe all of those are the same. Black Listers has been added. Kill Squad's Black Tusk. And then we should have a new Black Tusk right here. Military Dog Tags? No, I don't think that's it, is it? Might be. Might be. But we do have a new material as well that's locked behind the Black Tusk. So a lot of stuff has been added just to that part. And it has everything to do with retaliations and new exotic blueprints. All right. I told you it was a lot to talk about. I hope you're, you're staying with me. Now, this is where stuff starts to get real. All right. So this is where it starts to get real. Okay. Because we're going to do a whole nother video about grinding and all this. Okay. So we now have escalations. Escalations is where you're going to get your prototype gear. Escalations is the only place you can get your prototype gear. So if you are not expertise level 30, this will be the only thing you need to be farming for prototype gear. It is faster to do it this way than it would be to farming all the way to expertise 30 and then converting all of your gear. So this is a new gear increase. This is a new farm. So this is where it starts to get real, okay? Because we're going to...
I was having this discussion with Jeps and no, Tug, you were off, so it wasn't you. It was Jeps and Redemption yesterday about what we're going to have to do to get these prototypes and whether or not it's worth getting our expertise up to 30 or not, like right now while we can. He just answered the question. That's why I rewound it a little bit. Let's watch that and see again what he said. Will we have to, or should we be wasting all our mats right now to get up to level 30? Let's see what he says right here.
Do a whole nother video about grinding and all this. Okay. So we now have escalations. Escalations is where you're going to get your prototype gear. Escalations is the only place you can get your prototype gear. So if you are not expertise level 30, this will be the only thing you need to be farming for prototype gear. It is faster to do it this way than it would be to farming all the way to expertise 30 and then converting all of your gear. So this is a new gear increase. This
Shout out to Redemption. You called it. You're right.
is a new farm. This will require all players to start at level 1 again, because everybody has to farm for prototype gear. The developers have already said that you have to do the escalation missions to get prototype. The higher the escalation tier, the better the prototype attributes. You cannot change the prototype attributes, but the prototype attributes have a chance of doubling what your typical attributes would look like.
That's another thing we were talking about yesterday in the live. So it still doesn't answer the question whether or not we need to be rolling in there with expertise 30 to get us a higher base rate for the rolls. I would guess that if we do that, it'll give us a higher survivability rate. If we're in there all with expertise level 30 and all our gear is expertise level 30 when we start, but it doesn't have to be. So until we get some playtime in and we get to see how bad it actually is, if we're not at level 30 expertise on things, we won't really know. So, yeah.
However, when you are converting your gear to prototype, it will not fully max out all of the attributes. So what this forces you to do is it forces you to play the escalations, and it forces you to farm for all of your builds over again for the new prototype version. This is a new gear level increase. This is a new gear type. You do have high-end items, you do have gear set items. However, now we have prototype. So prototype is all of those items leveled up. This is a completely new leveling system, and you have to completely farm for new builds to get the highest attributes. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you different versions of these augments, and I'll show you different drop values. But these are not from things that I have found in the open world yet. The only way to get prototype gear to drop in the open world would be through those escalation missions. So that's going to be the only way. Now it did say, let me go to one of those missions. So we can go to the map, and I believe it said we could toggle over to the escalation, right? Let's see here. It's not saying we can. Hey, we can do the panda. Panda. Yeah, let's see if it tells us the...
Reach your impossible, Lenovo Legion.
Ready to pop into Sprouts to sneak in some of our favorite snacks. Oh, grain-free crackers, carrots, celery, both.
It showed that those missions will change every few hours. So let's see here. So it says the escalation, I can go... Oh, I can't even open up... Oh, there we go. So the escalation missions... why is it blocked like that? There we go. Space Admin HQ, District Union Arena, Manning National Zoo, Liberty Island, and Army Terminal. So it also includes Brooklyn missions. So that's a Woney mission and a Brooklyn mission right there. I do own both of them, so it's not a big deal. But for people that don't own them, remember, it's not going to be free at the start of year 8.
Guys, if you don't own year 8 yet, or if you don't own all the DLC packs, just pick them up. Like, the devs are putting in so much money into this game, you might as well. You know, I'm not telling you, like, I'm not putting bad juju on you or whatever. I mean, if you ain't got the money, you ain't got the money, whatever, I understand. But if you do have the money and you can't afford it, just buy it. You know what I mean? Because you're supporting a game that we freaking play daily. So try to give some love to the devs who, although they're owned by Ubisoft, who keeps making mistakes, devs themselves are actually doing a pretty damn good job. So let's show them some love. Let's give them some money, because they've earned it. So, all right.
Woney is only free right now up until year 8, but then it's not going to be free anymore. So that might make it harder for some people to level up. All right, so here's what the escalations menu will look like. It says select mission. And then what I can do is I can buy a tier. Let's see. Confirm mission. Oh, I have to do it on that tier first. Okay. So I have to do it at tier 0, and then it'll unlock tier 1, and then I can do tier 1, it'll unlock tier 2. You're essentially doing this all the way to tier 10 to get maxed out prototype gear. Your prototype gear is going to be your new gear level. So think of it as, you remember classified gear sets back in Division 1 where we had to all farm for classified gear sets? This is even worse because it's not just gear sets, it's weapons, it's also high-end items and named items. It's everything excluding exotics. So it's classified gear on steroids.
That answers another question for sure. Geoff map, yes, absolutely. We need to do all of them so we can get those mats, dude, because we need them for sure. For sure. Oh my goodness, baby, that's a brand new remote. I don't know if you caught my rant yesterday about GameStop. They made me purchase a fish colored remote, and I'm pissed about it. Very pissed. Screw GameStop, don't shop there.
Okay. I know it's a lot of information to take in, so I'm just trying to do this one step at a time. Let's talk about the prototype weapons, okay? And look at this. I can use 2 prototype weapons at the same time. All right. So these are different Lexingtons that are given to you whenever you open up caches at the base of ops, okay? I kept a few of them just to show you the different augments, what they can look like, what they can be, and then you have to level them up. Remember, this is a new leveling system, so there is a lot of leveling that's going to be, added to your playing schedule. This is a grind. We are all starting this grind over together. Now, what I mean by that is each of these have different augments. So, if you want a weapon with a certain augment, you either have to keep grinding until you find one with it, or you would have to change that augment. Now, lucky during this PTS, we're just given a whole bunch of them, so I can show you all of the different augments that you have to level up. Okay? So first one, we have Sin, where it provides a chance of reducing your skill cooldowns for every bullet hit. It starts at 2.5%, but it does level all the way up.
Taxes was chasing updates. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert.
Next one, Entropy. This one, it's a conversion rate where it converts your health. It converts your armor into health. So check this out. You look at my health right there. Just by using the weapon, it increases your health. You see that? Now, the crazy part is that it says it's increased by the amount of your base total armor. But you can see that it actually lowers my armor just by changing it. That is weird, huh? Yeah, that is weird. That's a augment that I probably am not going to use. You really don't need more health in this game. Next up, we have Echo and what? Double damage chance. So the double damage chance is from the augment Echo, where every bullet fired has a chance to damage twice. So now we're going to be able to do twice the amount of damage. Yeah, crazy. Status effects. This one's called Trapper. And this one increases your status effects duration. So it might not have status effects on it, but this one does as Sadist. Whoo! Yo, putting this on a bleed build would be crazy. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that later. Yeah, bleed build with Trapper all day. All day, dude. Next one, we have Quantum. What's this one? Damage immunity. So it provides 1% chance to becoming immune to damage. So you remember tenacity, right? This is basically tenacity. So it starts at 1%, but remember, it levels all the way up to level 10. So is that about to give you a 10? Nah, I couldn't do that. Maybe a 5% chance of being immune? But even then, that's crazy. That's a lot. That's a lot. Skill damage healing. This one, anomaly. So you receive healing of 2% of the damage you deal with your skills. So it's basically like a built-in refactor. You remember the refactor gear set? I mean, that's essentially the same thing. Next, we have the magazine refill chance. This one from Paradox. So it provides a chance to refill your magazine by 2 for every bullet fired. So if you're refilling your magazine by 2 for every bullet fired, that means you could essentially never run out of bullets. Yeah. Next, we have status effect chance. This one, every bullet has a chance to apply a random status effect. And this one comes with Vindictive. Get out of here. Killing an enemy with a status effect gives you and your allies crit chance and crit damage. That would be amazing. That's another good one. Next, grenade efficiency. So this augment will increase your grenade radius and damage. Not only that, but this one eyeless. Yeah, it's all right. So those are just, what? How many did I find? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so I've only found 9 different weapon augments so far. I'm sure there's probably 10 out there, but I've only found 9 so far. All the other ones have become duplicates. Now, to get these during the PTS, just go to your base of ops vendor, and then at the base of ops vendor, you can pick it up through that PTS gear cache. Okay? So that's just breaking down some of the things with this. Other things to note, look at the assault rifle damage, the health, and the damage to targets out of cover. So you're automatically at expertise level 30, and it increases your assault rifle damage by 7.5%. So I remember the developers were saying that you could have a chance of getting all of your attributes double what they typically are. But it's showing right here that everything is typically 1.5 of what it typically is. Because if it's at 15 and it's going up by 7.5, then there you go. Now that's across the board. All of these are the same. So 22.5, 31.5, and then 15. These are all the increases. So if I were to show you, let me see here. If I show you, let's see. Oh, come on, PTS. There we go. Thank you, PTS. The PTS is buggy, but it's all good. All right, so let's pull up a normal Lexington just so I can show you side by side. Here we go. Okay. So we have a prototype Lexington, and here's a normal Lexington. So there we go. Booyah. All right. So one is expertise nothing and just normal attributes, while the other one is prototype and expertise 30. Okay? So here you go. So it goes from 15 AR damage to 22.5. It goes from 21 health damage to 31.5. And it goes from 10 damage to targets out of cover to 15. The accuracy, stability, optimal range, reload speed, all of that stays the same. And the damage does go up because now you're expertise 30. And it has an increase to assault rifle damage. So you're going from 68k base to 86. Woo! Wow, that's a big jump. Now that's just showing you the differences between the Lexington. Okay. Now let me show you what it looks like with weapons, because then we'll talk about the gear items. All right. So as far as the weapons, how are you going to be able to change your weapons? How are you going to be able to get prototype weapons? A lot of people that have, watched my videos in the past about expertise. I've told you for years and years and years that the number one thing to upgrade are your weapons, because that directly helps out your build no matter what. Expertise upgrading your weapons directly increases your weapon damage. That directly helps out your build. So, a lot of people who are expertise 30 should have expertise 30 weapons. So let me show you what it looks like when you change those weapons to prototype. Okay? So to change your item to prototype, it is different than finding it out in the wild. So if you found a prototype weapon out in the wild, you would get it with all max attributes and expertise 30. However, to change your weapon to prototype, you have to have it fully maxed out and expertise 30. It can be any weapon outside.
You said determined headhunter builds are going to be ridiculous. Yes, sir. Finished my ambush this morning, 34 million headshots with an 1886. I got to see that, bro. I hope you clip that. I want to see that. I want to share that on stream. Share your builds. That goes out to everybody that's watching right now. If you guys get a cool ass clip, you guys get something really neat that you guys want to share, that's worth sharing, let me know, and I'll share it on stream so that we can get people talking and seeing what they do and don't like and what they can add and contribute to. But Yeah, that's badass, dude. You need to get your name changed because every time I see you, I'm thinking about, wait, that's Tug. So we gotta get your name changed to Tug on. You can change it for free. You know that, right? Like you can change it for whatchamacallit for free. So I don't know. I don't know if that'll prevent you from getting drops. So, like if there's game drops, I don't think it should. I think you should be good. Either way, you're good.
Of the exotics. So my Slayer and my Quick Step. Oh, yeah. So here's how we're going to do it. We're going to do this live. I've never seen this before. So for the first time ever, pull up your tinkering tab, right? Your tinkering station. Pull up the Proto Lab for your prototype gear. We're not going to do the gear items yet. We're going to do the weapons. So let's go down to the weapons. And it's showing that none of these are eligible to be upgraded. Where are my weapons? There's all my gear items. Right. Ah, there we go. Here we go. All my weapons are at the bottom. Okay. So we have the Quick Step, the Slayer, and the Hand Basket, right? So the first thing you have to do is you have to get prototype materials. The only way to get prototype materials is to dismantle a prototype weapon or gear item. So, for example, bye-bye, Mr. Lexington. And
That's not too different from like getting the exotic components, right? It's kind of like the same thing. So for those, you're going to need prototype components, right? Same thing as what we do for the exotic components.
And now, oh, it says I have none because I'm already maxed out. Let me show you what it looks like. Stand by. Right here. So it's going to be a prototype core. You have to have prototype cores to change your items to prototype. You don't need anything else. No additional materials, no nothing. If your item is fully maxed out and expertise level 30, you only need a prototype core, and then you can change that item to prototype. So, that's what we're going to do right now. Tinkering Station, Proto Lab. Let's toggle down to our weapons right here. So first up, Quick Step. Oh, man, here we go. Now, what you have to do is you have to make sure that you have everything maxed out and the attributes you want. I want swap speed on my Quick Step, so here we go. Oh, man.
In the chaos of the galaxy, only the best survive.
Yo, I have a prototype Quick Step. Let's go, dude. All right, we have a Slayer here with damage to targets out of cover. Prototype.
I like that. I like it.
And now we have a prototype Slayer. We have the Hand Basket here. Oop, this one's not fully maxed out. Uh-oh. It's not going to let me. Oh, and then it took it out of my build. Oh, man. So now I have to re-equip the new prototype. Look at that. Look at that. That's pretty dope. Oh, and it took away my attachments. We're going to break them down here in a second. What was the other thing I was doing? Oh, yeah, the Hand Basket. That's right. It's not fully maxed out. You can only change it if it's fully maxed out. So I am missing a few things here. My bad. Stand by to the standby. There we go. And then the headshot. So on your Hand Basket, you want damage to targets out of cover. You want determined. Okay, I have all those things. So go back to your Tinkering Station. Go to Proto Lab. Toggle down to the Hand Basket. There it is. Now it says I can upgrade it. So
I wish you could just toggle all
expertise
the way.
30, damage to targets out of cover, determined. Here we go.
I wish there was an option you could select.
And there's my new Hand Basket.
Fill it if
all
you have
right.
materials, you know.
Now I do have other items to upgrade. So what I'm going to do is I'll show you what these look like first. So we have our new weapons on this build. So starting with the Slayer, here is the new
Yeah,
prototype
Jeff,
Slayer.
your
that's
account,
right.
like your top
You
right-hand
already
corner,
know I had to do
where it
that.
has your little
My
image over
first
there.
prototype
Go to your
weapon,
account,
the
and then you can
Slayer.
change your
Look at
name
that.
at any time.
So this
So
one
it
has
doesn't cost anything.
22.5 on the SMG damage, 21 crit chance, and 10 crit, or damage to targets at a cover. So look at that. That means only one stat was increased, you see? The other two stats were not touched at all. So I have an increase to my base damage, and I have a new augment, but my crit chance and my damage to targets at a cover stayed the same. Now, the augment is for skill damage healing. I don't really care for that, so I would have to go back and try to change that. So let me see what I can do here. You go to Proto Lab. You go down to your prototype weapons. Let's go to that Slayer. Yeah, I don't want skill damage. Nope. Let's see. Let's reroll. Cooldown reduction. Okay. Let's reroll again. Skill damage healing. No, dude. All right, let's reroll again. Grenade efficiency. I mean, I guess. Okay, whatever. Now you can see how the augments will level up each level, and you can see how much it's going to cost per reroll. But at this point, the only thing I can change is the augment. So on the handbasket, the augment was skill damage healing as well. I do not want that. Magazine refill chance? Yes, please. Yo, that's awesome. All right, so now we have magazine refill chance on a determined headhunter build with hotshot. Yo, that's going to be awesome. Okay. So where was that quick step? So here's the quick step. What did I get for this one? Status effects chance. So shooting my weapon, it has a chance of adding a status effect. Okay. I mean, I'll keep that on my quick step. Okay. So those were just the weapons, right? But then you also saw that it took away the attachments. So then you have to go back and put the attachments back on your weapon. Where's that big? There it is. Yeah, that thing's stupid. All right, there we go. And that is the beginning of this build. However, but wait, there's more, because I am now missing... Oh, man, I'm now missing all of my other weapons. So this one was the handbasket and the pestilence. Right? Yep. And then I was using this one with... weapon handling, +5. The... Oh, man. Dude, this one didn't even increase my marksman rifle damage. It increased my freaking headshot. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. And it didn't increase my damage to targets out of cover. Only the headshot, which is fine, but damn, dude. That does kind of suck, doesn't it? Okay, whatever. And then I could put the Slayer there. Why not? Look at that. That's pretty cool. And then for this one, it was also Slayer. Yep, so that one's good. And then for this one, it was also Slayer. Yeah.
Guys, I'm going to go ahead and move past this video. I know there's only a little bit left. Check him out, Kamikaze Von Doom. The video is out that he posted this morning. Reason I'm going to go ahead and push that is because I'm kind of running low on time, and I want to bring up one more vid here, which gives us a little bit more of what we've been wanting to see. So I'll try to
the Space Jam Triple Treat Box starting at $21.99 for a limited time only at Pizza Hut.
Affiliation content, quality of life features, and the new rewards that are being added to the mode with the coming update. Overall, because of the depth and prominence of the new prototype and escalation system, these retaliation changes seem to be getting less attention, but there are some legitimately... everyone, Rogold here. Welcome back to the Division 2, and welcome to the Year 8 Season 1 PTS. It officially opened up this morning. In case you don't know, PTS stands for Public Test Server. They run these before each new major update in season for the community to jump in, stress test new features and content before it hits the live game. Now I know, with this update, everybody is just going to be asking about prototype gear and the new escalation mode, which we will get to, do not worry. But I wanted to begin my coverage on this new update and PTS with a quick video of the new retaliation content, quality of life features, and the new rewards that are being added to the mode with the coming update. Overall, because of the depth and prominence of the new prototype and escalation system, these retaliation changes seem to be getting less attention, but there are some legitimately good stuff here, as well as some changes that I think will be controversial, because when is it not? But we will go over it all. As per usual, I want to give you my PTS disclaimer that my PC account has minimal progression in the endgame, so the combat difficulty you see in this video should not be looked at too hard, but that's that. If you enjoyed this one and you want to catch more of my PTS coverage coming up over the weekend and everything heading into the new season, then be sure to subscribe. A major shout out and thank you to our channel members. As always, I can't thank you all enough for your support each and every month and allowing me to do what I do, but without further ado, let's jump into this. So, the highlight new addition to
Again, special shout out to Rogold. If you guys do not follow him, please do. Both of these guys, Kamikaze Van Doom and Rogold, have some great videos for you to watch, and they are constantly updating and putting out great information. So go show them some love, go show them some support by following them on YouTube. They have both recently started on Twitch as well. So guys, if you go into my suggested videos, these guys are on there. Both of them are on there because they're a great source of information. All right, thank you.
Retaliation in Year 8 Season 1 is the inclusion of the Black Tusk. So all of the gameplay footage that you see within this video is me fighting them within the mode. Difficulty wise or mechanically, they feature no differences than the retaliation for other factions that we are used to, right? Respawn waves, kill squads, all of that works all the same. In general, the Black Tusk just tend to be a bit more challenging due to their faction design, so I am interested to see how this will feel once it is scaled up with group size. However, playing against them do offer their own exclusive blueprints rewards, just like any other faction, but we'll touch on those a little bit later. Now, while everything else that we are covering in this video is a permanent new addition to the game, there is one season exclusive feature coming alongside all of this, and that is BTSU Team 9. What these guys are is a harder, more elite variant of a Black Tusk kill squad that can end up fighting you both in Black Tusk retaliations themselves, but they also have a chance to appear in other factions' runs too. What differentiates them from a normal kill squad is that there are more enemies overall, they have the ability to heal, much like hunters, and maybe most interestingly, they're lore tied. When I defeated these guys, I received a very long and in-depth comm that was quite revealing, so don't worry, I will cut things off once that comm starts playing so as not to spoil anything, but I wanted to show you an unedited clip of me fighting against Team 9 to let you all judge their differences in overall difficulty. Take a look.
Look sharp, Agent. Spotters report an elite Black Tusk kill squad closing on your position.
So in theory, I love the idea here, right? There is a chance that you get spawned in a higher difficulty kill squad. Giving them the ability to heal is a great way to increase the difficulty without just pumping up their numbers. But like you saw, they still didn't really stand much of a chance against the striker and blue screen combo, but those are both top tier items and sets, so what can you do? Anyway, that is BTSU Team 9, and it should be a fun extra flavor for the new season. Next, I then wanted to quickly cover the 3 major quality of life upgrades that Retaliation is receiving. 2 of these, I imagine, are going to be quite popular, as I've seen many requests for them ever since the mode first dropped. This first one, though, is interesting. If you look at the activation screen for Retaliation here, it may look a little bit different than you're used to. You'll see that the main agitation progress bar is now red, but also that there's an additional white bar around it, and there's now a number right in the center next to each faction. What does that all mean? It means that you're no longer hard capped once you reach 100% and trigger a retaliation, right? If you're not ready to play it in that exact moment, you can keep going around, clearing different content, and the progress will continue. If you end up building up to 2 retaliations or even 3, that's the max, when you're finally ready to play them, you can choose then if you want to do all 3 of those back to back.
That's going to be pretty huge. Like I like playing retaliations. I know the clan, our clan loves playing retaliations. It's a lot of fun. Can be pretty hectic at times, but the fact that you can stack them and then do them all at once or do one at a time or however you want to do, that's pretty good. And the fact that he hasn't talked about it yet, that you can match make for retaliations for people that like to play solo, that's great too. There's no reason you should be playing solo. You guys find me on X, Twitch, YouTube, wherever, and we'll bring you on board on the clan, okay? There's no need to be playing solo. You're missing out the best part of the game if you're playing solo.
To this new feature, which is called Overclock, or you can still just do one at a time and save the rest for later. I have not tested the back-to-back runs myself yet, but if you do want to do it that way, then I believe once you finish one, it just loads you right into the next new zone, right? You don't have to load back into the main game and then back in, so good stuff there. Another big change related to this screen is that the 6-hour timer that you get once a retaliation is triggered, that now only counts down while you are logged in and playing the game. So if you feel the bar, you trigger one, but then you have to hop off right away, the game will now pause the timer and only resume once you log back in. I think that is a great change. It should give people much more flexibility and less stress to try and make sure they're getting back on in time to play it. Alright, and then last but probably most importantly for many of you, the timer at the end of each retaliation run has been tripled. It used to be 30 seconds, it is now 90 seconds. So that should give you all much more time to collect your loot and grab the final chest. Our final topic is then the rewards, and this is the bit that I mentioned has the community somewhat divided, because by playing Black Tusk Retaliations, you can now acquire Raid, Incursion, and Climax exclusive exotic blueprints. And there's actually a correction to be made here. On the dev stream this week, it was stated that these only had a slim chance to drop from the seasonal exclusive BTSU Team 9 kill squads. Well, that information was apparently outdated, as cited in the
Okay, well, that's an update. That's something that I didn't know. Let's read it. Black Tusk will also have their own kill squads. Defeating them gives you a chance to obtain blueprints for several rare exotics, including Climax exclusives, as well as Capacitor and Vindicator. Successfully completing an entire Retaliation event also gives you a chance to obtain blueprints for certain Raid and Dark Zone exclusive exotics. Note, in the PTS stream, we originally mentioned that these would be dropped by elite kill squads, but that information was outdated.
PTS patch notes, these are just for engaging in the regular Black Tusk retaliations. So, from the one run that I did to prepare for this video, I received the blueprints for the Bighorn, and seeing this should give you an idea of the crafting cost for these. It looks like it will take a little bit of time and grind, right? The new diamond transmitters is the new more elusive retaliation material, but I got that along with the Sheriff and the Provocator. But if you look through the list, right, they're all here. The Raid and Incursion exotics seem to all be completion rewards. In other words, you must successfully complete a Black Tusk retaliation for a chance to get them as a drop at the end screen, whereas all of the Climax exclusives are dropped from the Black Tusk kill squads, and that should count for either BTSU Team 9 or the standard kill squad variant. The only exotic from the pool that does not look to be present in the crafting system is the Regulus. I don't know if that's maybe due to the fact that it's tied to unlock by a project, not sure. But yeah, I'm sure the discussion around Raid exotic exclusivity just got plenty of new fuel to the fire. One last really important notice for
I'm not trying to be a dick when I say this, man, but I don't understand why people so upset about it. It's not that big of a deal. The devs already told us that they're going to put something else in there that's going to make make us want to do the raids. Like, just get over it, move forward. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that big of a deal.
As rewards go, though, is that they have now opened up the pool to get Descent exclusive lore comms. That's right, if you look at the completion screen for this run, you will see that I got one of the comms that even has the Descent symbol next to it. I was unable to go in and verify because you can't access comms within the PTS build, but it very much looks like they have now opened up the availability for Descent comms, which hopefully should make a lot of people happy. TBD though on if that is just tied to the Black Tusk runs, or if you could potentially get those on any faction's retaliation. So, there you have it, everybody. That is the video. That is a first look at the changes coming in Year 8 Season 1 for Retaliation. Overall, I think there are some fantastic additions and changes here. I'm really glad to see the team supporting this mode in the long term, and all of this is yet another layer atop this packed season and update that we have on our way. So, at this point, I would love to get any and all thoughts that you all may have about this. What is your reaction to seeing all of the additions and changes previewed in this video? What is your feedback on it all? Again, this is a PTS. Things could change before the final build, so be sure to leave your thoughts. That's all I've got for this one, though. I very much appreciate you coming by and watching. I'll be back soon with more PTS coverage, but until then, Rogue Gold.
So shout out to Rogue Gold for that video. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Good information as always. You are always on top of it as far as providing the information for us. Guys, please go look him up. You can find him on X. You can find him on YouTube. You can find him on Twitch. Same thing with Kamikaze Van Doom. You can find him on X, Twitch, and YouTube. Please look them up. Subscribe. Hell, tell them I sent you. I don't care. I really appreciate those guys, and they need to get as much exposure as they can for putting in the hard work and the effort of making those videos. Hopefully I get to the point where I can do the same and show them some love as well. So either way, yeah, man. So that was really the information that we got from today. Doesn't look like we have a whole lot of chitter chatter about what's going on or what's coming. So unless anybody has anything they want to talk about, what we'll do real quick is I'll end on a kind note here, and I'll give you guys a couple of silly videos and things like that we have on my X. Let's see here. Let's spread this out a little bit. You don't need to see that part. Let's see if we can bring this up. Expand that out. Bring that out. There was one I posted earlier today. It was hilarious, man. I'm sure you guys have seen it, but check this one out.
He dragged them both to the kitchen. What an absolute legend. I mean, look, I love video games as much as the next guy, but this individual has taken it to the next level, and boy, are feminists angry about it. But you just love to see it.
Shout out to the
Oh my god, is that another girl? Oh my god, hello! Hiya! Hi!
A few moments later.
Oh no, I'm down, I need a res.
Okay.
Did he drag you in here as well? Yeah.
That is absolutely epic, dude. That is like a troll award for like... That is like the troll of all troll awards, you know what I mean? That guy deserves an award for real. X has always got the most random ass things playing. No sex for 2 years and get 700 million? Yeah, I'm down. I'll do it. Oh, God. Yeah. All right. We're just going to end it there. You know what I mean? We got nothing else to talk about. So we'll leave it there. We'll end it there. Oh. Oh. All right. And we'll end it there, guys. If you guys have any questions or concerns, all you got to do is let us know. Hey, Crimson Desert came out today. That's right. I forgot about that. People still calling out how Red Dead Redemption 2 is even better. You can't compare Red Dead Redemption 2, man. It is still today. Red Dead Redemption 2 is the greatest game ever released. Like, it truly is. I don't think there's ever been a game released that's been as good as Red Dead Redemption 2. From the techniques to the details to the gameplay, the emotional grab. If you do, let me know which one. I mean, I can't think of any really. I'm sure there are some great other games out there, but none that compared to Red Dead Redemption 2. That is the greatest game ever released of all times. Still to this day. Grand Theft Auto, people would say Grand Theft Auto. I would say you're wrong. Grand Theft Auto was great. Yes, absolutely great. But not compared to Red Dead Redemption 2. That game was incredible. Incredible. Either way, all right, I'm rambling on about nothing. So hit me up. Let me know what's up. Follow me on my socials. Make sure you follow me on X. Make sure you reach out to me on Twitch and YouTube. I also have my PlayStation account linked on Twitch. So if you want to figure that out and send me an invite, let me know. If you do send me an invite, let me know that you watched me on Twitch or YouTube or found me from X, and I'll accept the invite. If you don't, if it's just a blind invite with nothing in the captions, I won't accept it. So, all right, man. I appreciate every single one of y'all, and I will catch you guys next time. Cool. Thank you now.